Welcome to Cooking with Gerald. On today's episode, I'll be making corned beef hash. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, I'd like to thank you for coming back and also for supporting. Before we get started, if you would for me, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you like the content that you're watching, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let's take it a step further. If you want to be notified each time I do upload a new video, go ahead and click that notification bell on the top right hand corner of the screen. Now on to the video. Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for watching Cooking with Gerald. Back with another episode. Today I'm making one of my all-time childhood favorites. I'd say during my teenage years. And it's corned beef hash. My aunt used to make me steam fried potatoes. She'll make a big pot of those, which I have a recipe for, so check that one out as well. Steam fried potatoes with onions. And then whatever, she would actually take some of that was left over, add some corned beef to it, and we would have corned beef hash for breakfast, which is really, really good. You can scramble you an egg, poach you an egg, or prepare the egg however you like. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Have a skillet with a couple teaspoons of margarine. If you like to use butter, that's fine too. I have a small pot for me to boil my potatoes. I have a can of corned beef. I have a medium-sized potato that I've cut and peeled and cut up into little bitty squares. And I have about a quarter of a cup of bell pepper, 1 small onion, and 3 cloves of garlic that are minced. In addition to that, I also have my seasonings, which is going to be the badia, garlic, onion powder, pepper, and then seasoning salt. But we'll play the seasoning. We'll play the seasoning salt by ear. So to get started, what I'm going to do is get my potatoes inside my pot so I can go ahead and get some cold water in that and start cooking them. Whenever you cook potatoes, you always want to cook with cold water. You put the potatoes in the pot with cold water and let it come to a boil on its own with the potatoes in there. Otherwise, what ends up happening is you overcook the potato, because the potato cooks from the outside in, and it'll cook too fast. By starting it up with cold water, you have an even cook. And when you're putting the water in there, which what you're going to do is just put enough water to cover the potatoes. You don't have to put a whole bunch. Just enough to cover the potatoes. Turn my stove on high for that one and medium for this one. In addition to the potatoes, I'm going to go ahead and get the onion and bell pepper started over here. Saute them until they become translucent. And then after they do become translucent, I'll go ahead and add the garlic. I don't want to add the garlic right away because I don't want the garlic to burn. So we'll go ahead and open up the corned beef and get it ready for the onion and celery once it's cooked. We'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. The vegetables have become translucent. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is add the can of corned beef. And like I said before, if I can get it out the can, The corned beef, as far as salt is concerned, we're adding it to this mixture. Gonna hold off because the corned beef has a lot of salt in it, so we probably won't even need any salt. Oops. I haven't made any in a very long time, homemade. So, but from my understanding, I believe the corned beef is kind of salty, so we'll play that by ear. And as you can see, there's some fat right here on the corned beef. I'm gonna leave that in there because it's gonna help bring everything together. Just gonna go ahead and smash this down. And we may have to add some more butter or margarine. Stir it all together. Ah, I forgot to add the garlic too. Go ahead and add that in there. Set that to the side so it can cook a little bit before I incorporate it with all the rest. Potatoes are almost done. Because they're so small, it doesn't take no more than about 7-8 minutes for them to get done. Go ahead and incorporate that garlic in there. Alright, the meat's starting to break down. Test the potatoes. See if they're done or if they need a little bit more time. Need a couple more minutes. And the type of potato that I'm using is a russet potato. I like these potatoes because they're very starchy. As for this particular dish, that's good. And then also, they tend to mix well with meat like this. They're good. They're good to make like mashed potatoes. So with this dish, once I incorporate them, they'll gel together really good. Finish letting this cook, and once the potatoes get done, we'll come back. Alright, so the potatoes are done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spoon those out with transfer them with a slotted spoon into the mixture. And the reason being is because I more than likely probably end up using some of the water that they were cooked in to kind of bring this dish together. And I like to use that water versus putting some chicken stock or regular water in there because of the fact that the water is starchy. So I want that starchy water. Let's see. A couple tablespoons to start off with. Yeah, let's throw them in together. And some of this you can smash the potatoes down, little squares. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some seasoning. Now with all these seasonings, it's going to be seasoning to your taste. So I can't give you exact measurements, but this is probably about a teaspoon of onion powder. About a teaspoon of the body of seasoning. About a half teaspoon of the garlic. And about a half teaspoon of the black pepper. I'm going to taste first after I stir it up to see if I need to add any salt, because like I said, the corned beef is a salty meat, so I don't want to overdo it with the salt. Another thing that I also add to my corned beef hash is about a teaspoon of sugar. Don't ask me why, I just do. And it doesn't make it taste sweet, but I think it kind of cuts the edge off of that salt from the meat. But even when I buy the corned beef hash in the can already done, I still do the same thing. So this is coming together very well. I'll go ahead and add a little bit more water. So it's not so dry. And that'll also help the potatoes soften up even more. Alright, so what I'm going to do is turn this down on low and put a top on it, let it cook for like about 10 minutes, consistently checking it and stirring it up, and we'll be right back. Alright, so this has been cooking for about 10 minutes. I went in and stirred it a couple times, trying to get the little crust on the bottom, which as you can see, there that brown goes. There that brown goes. Look at that, there that brown goes. There it is. So now it's time to plate it up. Alright, I'll move that off the stove. Followed by some scrambled cheese eggs on the side. Right, bam, there you have it. Your close-up. Homemade corned beef hash. With a side of cheese eggs, scrambled cheese eggs. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Please don't forget to share this video. with everybody that you know. Let them know what your boy cooking up. If there's anything that you like to see me prepare, just leave it in the comments section and I'll get you taken care of. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my page if you aren't already subscribed, and click the notification bell if you want to get notified each time I do post a video. Once again, thanks for watching. Be safe and stay blessed. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell at the top right hand corner of the screen to be notified each time I upload a new video. And don't forget to leave a comment below. And if you don't mind, please go ahead and share the video. Until next time, stay safe.